Welcome back. Just before the break, we were talking to our distinguished guest today, Mr. Imran Choudhury, about the problems on Bangladesh's eastern border. We were trying to explore the history, why it's happening, and how it can be stopped, say. But how it can be stopped is a big issue, but right now we are trying to understand how and when it started and who are the players behind it. Yes, Mr. Choudhury.
তো যেটা বলছিলাম আপনাকে যে Burma is made of total 135 ethnic groups, out of which the Tibetan Burman, the majority group, what are 68% of the total population.
They're all Buddhist.
They're all Buddhist. 68% of the total population of 51 million population, total population. Bear in mind, Burma is 4.7 times larger than Bangladesh.
Yes.
Bangladesh is only 55,126 square miles. Burma is about 667,000 square miles.
This has become more. See, it used to be 53,500, but after getting the enclaves there, the area has become bigger.
For Bangladesh, but still it's nowhere near Burma. But Burma te kintu আপনি যদি মানে ইন্টারন্যাশনাল একটু মনিটরিং করেন আপনার ক্যারেন যে গেরিলা যেটা আছে যেটা নাকি বর্ডারিং থাইল্যান্ড ওইখানেও কিন্তু সেম এথনিক ক্লিনজিং চলতেছে রাখাইনের ঠিক উপরে আপ ইন দি নর্থ দেয়ার ইজ অ্যানাদার প্রভিন্স কল্ড চিন CHIN ওইখানেও একটা প্রবলেম চলছে দে আর ট্রাইং টু পুশ দ্যাট আউট টুয়ার্ডস মণিপুর মিজোরাম অ্যান্ড অল দ্যাট এরিয়াস ইম্ফল টু কোহিমা ইউ নো দ্যাট লাইন সো আর এর নিচে যেটা হচ্ছে টুয়ার্ডস আন্দামান সি Burma enjoys about 1,390 mile of seafront they have out of the the bay, the whole Bay of Bengal. So ওইখানেও একটা প্রবলেম হচ্ছে এবং ওরা ওইখানে ওদেরকেও পুশ করতে চাচ্ছে নিকোবর এবং আন্দামান আইল্যান্ডের দিকে সো দে আর নট অ্যালোন বাট যেটা প্রবলেম আমি মনে করি যে ইটস এ স্যাড যে রাখাইনদের কোনো ভয়েস নাই এদের একজন লিডার ছিল who was very good friends of Mr. Suki's father whose name was Mr. Rashid. He had a natural death. তারপরে কিন্তু রাখাইনের কেউ এমন কেউ রাইজ করে নাই there is nobody figurehead who could really
but
go
probably they are not organized in that way.
It is a very but bear in mind poverty and illiteracy is the breeding ground of all sorts of problems.
Right.
You know, when you have poverty and you have no literacy, anything can any kind of ideology is a breeding ground of any kind of ideology, and where the divide and rule will flourish. So, এখানে যে একটা দেখা যাচ্ছে যে
are you hinting that that's the fertile land for extremism and all that?
Yes. Certainly, I was in Rangamati College. যখন আমি 1977 এ Rangamati College এ পড়ি, at that time, the rise of new powers from the West were coming into our part of the world, and there was an insistence. There's a proactive insistence to radicalize us. I mean, a lot of my friends got sucked. I know. I can give you the names. They were later on. They even served with me, who were very much into these radical groups. So what I'm saying is তখন থেকে এটা শুরু হচ্ছিল বাট সেটার পরেও একটা জিনিস হচ্ছে কি যে আজকে everybody is shedding crocodile's tears
For the Rohingyas.
Yes, but where were they for the last good 100 years? Nobody talked about it. Nobody even raised voice about that. আপনি চিন্তা করেন যে একটা দেশে 1947 এর আগে তারা বলতেছে নতুন যে ইমিগ্রেশন ল তারা যে করেছে ইয়াতে বার্মাতে যে 1823 এর আগে if anybody has come before 1823 they are the only one who will be allowed to be a citizen.
He won't be alive now.
Can you imagine? But এটা নিয়ে কিন্তু পৃথিবীর কেউ কোনো কথা বলে নাই. But now everybody is shedding crocodile's tears. But it is on our footstep, it is on our doorstep. It's going to come to Bangladesh. And কালকে যদি মনে করেন this is race. Race is more important in world than any other anthropological footprint that human being has. Kalke jodi there is a Indonesia te jodi kono problem hoy, all the migrants there in Indonesia, the Bengali origins, they will be coming back to Bengal. There is no doubt, and you have no choice but to house them. I'm going to give you an example. If you believe in the history of human,
if rich people come back to Bangladesh, probably they will be more welcome than...
Welcome, but there is another problem. But I'm just bolchi je apni jodi if you believe in the biblical story of the human civilization, an example they 4,500 years ago, hypothetically, when Moses took all the tribes from Egypt to Israel, there was out of 13 Jewish tribes, one tribe was lost. Yeah. Now that tribe later on with the DNA test, they found that they're living in Mizoram, just out of all the places, right? What they did is the Jewish people after the establishment of Israel, they sent planes and brought the whole race back to Israel. If you remember in 1992 when America got stuck in Somalia, yep. As soon as the crackdown happened,
the falashas.
Yes. All the black Jewish people were picked up by C-130 and C-170 or 270, whatever you call that big aircraft, yeah. Overnight, because it's the race thing.
Because Israel needed cheap labor.
That's another point, but I think the racial integrity worked more than anything else, perhaps. I don't know. That could be a reason. Look, Indira Gandhi, let me explain this to Mr. Neaz. Indira Gandhi was very unpopular in 1971. The Naxalites were ruling West Bengal, Assam, yeah. Meghalaya and Tripura. Now, when we were pouring in, Indira Gandhi might have plans, agendas, hidden things, but that the public in Indian borders are not supposed to know. True. But they embraced us. We had a lot of trepidation that am I going to be welcomed? It's a Hindu country, I'm a Muslim, will they accept us? But they opened their arms, they accepted, because the only ideology or the genealogy was you are Bengalis. That is the only reason.
My enemy's enemy is my friend.
That's a different, but amaderke jebhabe tara jayga diyeche, eta kintu just Bengali to is Bengali. That's the reason. But jeta ami mone kori je Rohingyader ব্যাপারে Rohingyader world need to wake up. আপনি রোহিঙ্গাদের যে এরিয়াটা রাখাইন যে এরিয়াটা this is the main route for Chinese investment.
Right.
Okay. China has pumped in terms of billions of dollars. This area is very rich with mineral resources, rubies, sapphires, and all that. Those are very important for all these gizmos that we see at this moment. Yeah. Secondly, if you look at the history of oil exploration of our region, Burma Eastern, that the mother company of British Petroleum, BP, the Total, the other, what's the name? Chevrons. They are already there in Burma. Yeah. Okay. There are rigs in Burma already functioning, which Bangladesh don't have. Yeah. But being in an army, being in a non-democratic country since 1961, when Ne Win took over the power, they have negotiated with America, they have negotiated with Britain, they have negotiated all the other well-exploring countries, because the beauty of the country is they don't have to answer to anyone. They can negotiate any kind of deals with anyone.
Now, they are bigger than governments.
Bigger than the governments. Now, ora jeta chache, ekhane arekta problem hocche je historically Mr. Rashider negotiation, the Rahangans were always in favor of Suki. Now, officially kintu amra we are gunning for Suki. Everybody is targeting Suki.
But
Suki,
she is a puppet.
She is a puppet. The power actually hinges in the hands of the army. Just imagine, আমি আপনাকে দুই তিনটা example দেই. In the Muslim world, the father of military rule came from Kemal Ataturk.
Right.
Kabi Nazrul, I respect him all the way, I salute him, but he wrote, Kamal tune Kamal kiya bhai, ho ho ho, Kamal tune Kamal kiya bhai, without realizing that this Kamal is going to create a lot of problem for the rest of the Muslim world. 1922, he ousted the Ottomans. Now, ousting the Ottomans created a lot of problem in the Middle East. Today's problem in the Middle East, the form of Israel, and then taking over of the Saud family of this Mecca by the Hazaz. They were the kings of Hazaz. They ousted the Hashemites, took it over, and the theological school of thought, everything has changed because of that. Now, তারপরে দেখেন তার ঠিক পরে হলো কি Mr. Gamal Abdel Nasser took over in killing King Farouk. They took over in Egypt. Take follow korlo Iskandar Mirza, and then Iskandar Mirza was elbowed out.
And Libya.
Ayub Khan
And Libya.
Libya came 69, lot later than that. So 56, 58 এর ভিতরে তিনটা কান্ট্রি হয়ে গেল। ওইটা ফলো করে দেখা গেল যে out of all the Muslim majority countries where their democracy was prevailing were slowly and gradually swallowed by the army.
It was not democracy. In one place they had Khilafat, the other place King Farouk, the other place
Yes,
Libya was Sanusi.
Yeah, but I understand, but you were falling into a frying pan from the fire.
Okay.
The change was nothing.
Well, at that time, whenever army takes over, the people are always most happy. Do you know that?
But it ruins the institutions.
It does. It does. They always come in the garb of.
Yeah. It ruins the institution.
Everything is clean.
Why do you think, I mean, I had friends in Pakistan. I grew up with a lot of Pakistani friends. When we were East Pakistan, we had people serving in EPR.
Right.
And they were secular people. They used to talk previously, used to communicate in Facebook and all. They don't. They have stopped. The whole of Karachi's secular people have stopped talking because they're so afraid. So you have the army actually kills institutions. Now, Burma te jeta hoyeche, je Burma, I think, I have a feeling, I could be wrong, correct me if I am, China is very skeptical about the Federation of Pakistan, whether is it going to last or not. Tara heavily invest করেছে আপনার Balochistan. Balochistan is looking like it might go anytime, and it's very shaky.
But coming back to Burma, is China out of Burma now? Because you mentioned so many Western oil companies.
No. Burma is already the negotiation with the oil companies. It's like, if you remember, in 1936, when the oil was found in Saudi Arabia, British and America formed Aramco. If you remember, you know more than me.
Yep.
So Aramco had this run for oil for 30 years. It only finished in 1976. And as soon as it finished, the Saudi Arabia went into Venezuela and they formed the OPEC, and they have changed the whole world dynamics. Now, যেটা হচ্ছে যে বার্মার সাথে যে bilateral agreement গুলো আছে with the other oil exploring company will perhaps remain the same, but Chinese investment, China has made a road. China wants to make a straight freshwater port from Irabati and Rangoon estuary. So have a quick straight run all the way. Now, they have failed to do that in Pakistan, because Pakistan, they're not very sure what's going to happen. They tried in Sri Lanka. Mahabubur Bandaranaike has come back. The Rajapaksa is gone. So India is again pressurizing Sri Lanka to not to go.
They have done that in Pakistan. They have established this Gwadar port. They have developed it, and they call it CPEC.
Yeah.
But anyway, we are running out of time for this segment. See, and in the third one, inshallah, we'd like to talk about what is the way out. We have seen what was the way in for the big powers to Burma, but what is the way out for us out of this problem, how to solve it, how to accommodate these about 600,000, 700,000 Rohingyans who are our brothers and sisters. Thank you for being with us, and we'll be back after this break. Thank you.